Today I'm reading from a devotion called Jesus Always. And the author of this devotion is Sarah Young. And she also wrote a book called, or a devotion called Jesus Calling. Now, there's been a little bit of controversy I've heard over this devotion. The author writes it in first person point of view. And the point of view is coming from Jesus, as if Jesus is actually speaking in the devotion. So it's very easy to switch this to third person. And if it was in the third person, it would basically be the same words that she's trying to convey. So I'm going to do that as I'm reading it. And the devotion today, she took from Matthew 11:28 to 29. So I want to read that first. It's Jesus speaking, and he was speaking to his disciples, but we can take these words as comfort for us as well. And they read like this: "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls." So here is the devotion. You are feeling weighed down by yesterday's failures. You wish you could undo decisions you made that you now regret. How often do we feel like that? However, the past is beyond the realm of change and cannot be undone. Another piece of good advice that I know that I struggle with all the time. So she goes on to say, Jesus lives in timelessness, but he still respects the boundaries of time that exist in our world. So he understands. He says, don't waste your energy bemoaning bad choices that you have made. Instead, ask Jesus to forgive your sins and to help you learn from the mistakes. Another extremely difficult thing to do for some people, myself being one of them. So the author goes on to say, Jesus does not like to see his children weighed down by the past failures, dragging them around like heavy chains attached to their legs. Or some of us say we carry a bag of rocks on our back. When you're feeling this way, try to imagine this. Jesus is cutting the chains from your legs. He came to set all of his beloved free. Free from sin, but free from the burdens of sin as well. Rejoice, he says. I've come to redeem you. Redeem you from sin by forgiving you. Redeeming you also from those failures of sin. And he says, I'm leading you along a path of newness. He says, talk to me about your mistakes and be ready to learn from Jesus. Ask Jesus to show you the changes that he wants to make in you. He will guide you along the right path when you rely on him and when you ask him for help. That's my food for thought for today. See you on the next video.